Okay. I'm Reverend Elijah Musa. I am the head pastor for City of God, Assemblies of God Church in Tamale here. I'm also the district treasurer for Tamale East District. This particular workshop, when I was attending, I actually didn't know that this was what it entailed. We had an idea of what we were coming to do, but as to how the training process was going to be like, I didn't know. So since we started, a lot of things have been learned. In fact, all the things I'm learning here, I've never seen that before. I've never experienced it before. I've attended training sessions, workshops, but this model is different, and is a model that will impact so many people. It's so refreshing getting to interact with people and getting to understand the way of, the way people perceive things, and get to know that all of us, and I believe that everybody created by God, apart from the fact that we are unique, but we also have ideas embedded in us, and until we are asked or told to express them, we will not know. So there are diversities of ideas that everybody has, and that particular one is what I think is informing my new way of doing things, appreciating the fact that everybody has something to offer, and not just something good to offer, and every man's idea is an important one for life. So thank you.
I'm very grateful for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I must say that I was invited to this workshop by default because I didn't know about it. It was maybe 2 days before the workshop that I was invited to. And from the explanation I got, I'm somebody who likes to support rural churches. And this pastor said he is the only educated person in his church, and he brought a woman and he had to do the translation, and we have been visiting that church. So that made me to say, look, I have to go, because this would bring support for that church and the community. Now come back to having come and attended the workshop for 2 days. I must say, I am retired, which means I've attended various workshops and training courses. But this one is quite peculiar. Well, people always use the word interactive, but this is super interactive workshop. I say this because from even the introduction, okay, I learned something very unique. Normally we say, stand up and say, I am this, I work with this. No, but you write it down, your name down, then you get up and now introduce yourself and even the meaning of your names, which I like because I'm doing mother tongue, I am into mother tongue. And our English names, we don't know the meanings, but our mother tongue names, there's a lot of embedded meanings in them. And from that onset, I thought, wow, this is going to be an interactive workshop. And going forward, I mean, there was no lecture. Everybody was a lecturer because we were so interactive. Get these cards and write something about what is so important for you, what you have benefited from this workshop, and then you come and present. It has always been like that, and then and nobody was ever said you are wrong. I mean, everybody or corrected. I mean, maybe somebody might give a bit of clarification, but people were respected for who they are, and that is what I think that made this workshop, very unique. The other thing is, there are a lot of activities. Yesterday, from nowhere, we were supposed to draw something that would speak to us. I am not an artist. So, anyway, I chose the easiest article to draw, and that was an umbrella. And then you have to come out and associate yourself with what you have drawn. And that also was quite informative. The fact that you are made to quickly, spontaneously draw something that you've never drawn, but also to associate that which you have drawn to your character, to your behavior, and that for me was really one of the things that also was informative. I mean, I learned from myself because you have to think. Okay, so this workshop makes you to think. It is not just being at the receiving side, but you continually think, what next? And he doesn't. And the other thing is, he doesn't go sequentially. Okay, so if he starts from the right or so, and you think that he's going to go that way, oh, I have time, let this person answer. No, he makes you think from, on your feet, which is also part of training. So all in all, I think I have enjoyed this workshop. Let me say one last thing, if you wouldn't mind. It is very important. It's something on my heart. You see, Ghana and Africa are conferences, workshops, training courses, continent. Okay, country and continent. However, the other side, the downside of it is that often they come out with policies, write some petitions, whatever, and nothing goes. I just hope that this workshop, because my understanding is that after this workshop, we are going to...
Everybody, the tagging system, which I like most, because you just write your name against yourself. No one needs to come and like this, that, or you get up and introduce yourself in a whole big room. Maybe by the time you realize, you have forgotten what even the first person mentioned the name. But the tags are there, I'm able to identify. And I think that these are some things going back, if we are able to do the same in our various churches, particularly various organizational groups, for example, the Austrian department, it will help, because if I'm a first comer coming seeing and also in that banner or with the name, I can easily call. And besides that, we are able, in terms of security reasons and all those things, identity, it is important, because any ordinary human being can decide to fake a similar uniform and come, and perhaps before you realize, it might have caused harm, and by the time it's gone. Aside that, we learn about appreciative leadership, and you got to realize that, you see, their characteristics, then you can be able to what? To lead well, because you create room for everybody to air out his or her mind about let's say a program or something you are going to execute. Then at the end, all of you agree and disagree and come to the final conclusion, be able to implement it. As I think that this is an eye-opener workshop, and it's so practical, so free, that you are free to, make a comment, and you are welcome. So I think it's good, and we need to encourage it, particularly when we go back to our various churches. Thank you.
Are you a teacher?
All right, my name is Solomon Dauda. I am a pastor of Living Water Assemblies of God, Tamale. So actually this workshop has been so much insightful and eye-opening. In fact, I was thinking that I was coming to do a formal kind of training, but the approach we are using is more informal and more relaxed, making everybody wanting to participate. And so I have learned a lot from this, that not only formal way of training people would give the people the best, but the informal way as well makes everybody come along. In fact, the tuition and the facilitation has been powerful. We have a powerful facilitator and his team, and they have been doing well, giving us the directive and trying to carry all of us along. And so the first day we got to know ourselves by way of introduction. It was a play kind of, and then at the end of the day we introduced our partners and we got to know ourselves. Yesterday was another powerful time we shared together, and the facilitator was awesome. He made me know who I am. He made me to kind of tell myself in anything, and I use water as an example or as a representation of myself. And I said water because water, everybody uses water. Water is refreshing, water is medicinal, and so I use water as my representation. And more. The participation was just too much. Everybody was willing, as if a kindergarten class. Everybody say willing to participate. It was so awesome, and I would say that I want to encourage the organization to keep on and to train more people, so that most of us will go and replicate this method of training, and I'm sure we will do a lot of change as change agents. Thank you.
Appreciative leader, you should be able to carry everybody along. That was clear. 2, as an appreciative leader, you should give complete, concise, and instructions. Then, as an appreciative leader, accept resistance. When Stephen said, I was not right, I accepted it. And you said, he was pointing at his beard, and I was looking straight into his eyes and asking him to go. And you know, pointing at his beard. As an appreciative leader, you need to be fair. Very important. You need to be fair. Then somebody said, listening and hearing at the same time. Well, okay. They take you off. That's why most of our normal trainings, because everybody is concentrating on the presentation, you don't know what Michael and Paul are discussing. But in this process, Paul doesn't know whether after Michael, Jeremiah will come to him or he will go to Thomas. So everybody is ready, alert, and that is a skill for an appreciative leader. If your followers get to know that, oh, he will always come from Moses to Thomas, and Bigger Moses said it yesterday, that I thought you were following in this manner. And I said, yes, but it brings up, because if you begin to facilitate, if you begin to lead, then you start